From obscurity to the centre of a national tragedy, bus driver Brett Andrew Button is staring down the possibility of years in prison.
Mr Button, how have you been pleading to the charges?
9 people died at the scene of Sunday night's crash and a 10th died in hospital. Cessnock Court heard the prosecution case against Mr Button for 10 counts of dangerous driving causing death was strong.
He entered that roundabout driving in a manner that was inconsistent with the conditions. Obviously, the speed was too quick for him to negotiate that roundabout.
The victims were mostly young, many from the Hunter, some connected by their love of AFL, brought together to celebrate the wedding of a local couple. In Canberra, question time came to a standstill.
Today we pause as a parliament to mark a loss beyond words, a tragedy beyond comprehension.
The profound national sadness which surrounds this terrible event comes from a deep human empathy.
The tragedy is almost overwhelming for many people, but there's also a sense of coming together and wanting to support each other.
35 wedding guests were on board the bus, having left Hunter Valley Estate late in the foggy night, bound for Singleton. It rolled onto its side and into a guardrail. 10 witnesses have provided evidence of prolonged, dangerous driving before the crash. It's also alleged the driver told passengers to fasten their seatbelts during that time. Police opposed bail, but in the end, it was granted.
Look, I've spoken with my client. He's happy to be going home. That's all I've got to say. In all of the circumstances, he's holding up very well.
The magistrate acknowledged the suffering of families, loved ones and the community, but also the bus driver himself, who could end up facing further charges. Kylie Morris, ABC News.
And Kylie Morris is in Singleton tonight. Kylie, as we learn more about the crash and the human cost of it, how are people there responding?
Juanita, we've spoken to lots of people today, and I think certainly there is a sense of loss and a sense of dismay. In towns like these, people's lives overlap very easily. The connections are close, which means there are visits, neighbours dropping in, teammates, friends, lots of cups of tea. It also means, though, that in a town like this, there are very few people who will be untouched by what happened on Sunday night. At the same time, there's a sense, I think, also of organised help at hand. There's a community crisis centre that's open now in Singleton. Churches like this one, St Patrick's, are throwing their doors open, but I think all with the understanding that, you know, loss runs to its own timetable, that this is a community that needs time to grieve.
Kylie Morris reporting there.